Our chairman of the National Assembly begins the official visit to China.
Mexico cuts diplomatic ties, sues Ecuador after embassy attack.
South Korea provides a $2.3 billion aid package to Ukraine.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng. Let's get started. This morning, Chairman of the National Assembly Vương Đình Huệ led a high-level delegation of Socialist Republic of Vietnam to begin official visit to the People's Republic of China from April 7th to 12th.
The official visit to China by Chairman of the National Assembly Vương Đình Huệ and the working delegation carries great significance, setting strategic direction for bilateral relations, with 6 major cooperation orientations. Especially, it aims to enhance higher political trust and strengthen more solid social foundation, contributing to elevating and deepening the comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership between Vietnam and China. It reaffirms the consistent stance of the Vietnamese party and state regarding the development of relations with China as a strategic choice and top priority in Vietnam's overall foreign policy orientation.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Mexico announced that they will take legal action against the government of Ecuador in international courts of justice. The decision came after Ecuadorian authorities attacked the Mexican embassy in the capital city, Quito, to apprehend former Vice President of Ecuador, Jorge Glass.
Earlier, in the early hours of April 6 local time, Ecuadorian security forces attacked the Mexican embassy in the capital city of Quito, seizing all personnel belonging to the Mexican diplomatic mission, and arresting former Vice President of Ecuador, Jorge Glass, who had sought asylum in the embassy since December 2023 and had just been granted official political asylum by the President of Mexico a few hours earlier. In response to this incident, besides severing diplomatic relations with Ecuador, the Mexican Ministry of Foreign Affairs declared its intention to sue the government of Ecuador in the International Court of Justice. This is regarded as one of the worst diplomatic incidents in Latin America in recent years.
In the meeting with ministers of foreign affairs of the member countries of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of South Korea confirmed that South Korea will provide $2.3 billion USD in aid to Ukraine.
During the NATO foreign ministers' meeting in Brussels, Belgium, Cho Tae-yul pledged that South Korea would continue supporting Ukraine, with the participation of Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. South Korea will provide a $2.3 billion long-term aid package to Ukraine starting in 2024. Through a NATO fund, Seoul will also allocate $12 million to specialized functional recovery centers to assist injured Ukrainian military personnel. Apart from humanitarian and financial assistance to Ukraine, South Korea does not provide weapons or ammunition to Kiev.
Coming up next are some updated news.
In March 2024, industrial production in Nghệ An province stabilized after the Lunar New Year holiday. The industrial production index for March increased by 9.17% compared to the same period last year. Specifically, the production and distribution of electricity, gas, hot water, steam, and air conditioning increased by 11.53%. Processing and manufacturing industries increased by 9.12%. Mining industry increased by 8.99%. While the water supply, waste management, and wastewater treatment sector decreased by 1.67%. In March, businesses actively resumed production, expanded their business scale, and new factories and projects such as biomass pellets, Tycal additive granules at mega factories, electronic components, and auto parts were implemented and operated steadily.
Based on feedback from relevant ministries, agencies, and organizations, the Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam has sent a document to the Ministry of Transport, requesting guidance to instruct consulting units to incorporate and refine the planning documents for Vinh International Airport. According to the adjusted master plan for Vinh Airport for the period 2021 to 2030, with a vision to 2050, a second runway will be constructed, the current Terminal 1 passenger terminal will be expanded, and a new Terminal 2 passenger terminal will be built. The total investment for the project is 230 billion Vietnamese dongs.
The leading UK travel magazine Timeout has ranked Vietnam among the top 9 safest destinations in the world for solo female travelers. Vietnam is the only country in Southeast Asia to make the list. Other destinations include Sri Lanka, Portugal, the Czech Republic, Japan, Guatemala, Australia, Greece, and New Zealand. Timeout also suggests Vietnam as a destination with stunning natural landscapes and incredibly diverse cultural heritage. During a long journey from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, Hue and HOI and Air must visit destinations for an enriching experience.
Tuong, also known as Hát Bội, is a type of classical drama in Vietnam. It has a long history and is enjoyed across the country in the north, center, and south regions. In the Thanh district of Nghệ An, this unique cultural tradition is maintained and promoted through various groups. Achieving this preservation requires the crucial roles of dedication artists like Cao Thị Loan, who plays a significant part in upholding this cultural heritage.
Many performances featuring numerous historical characters, each with their own distinctive traits and personalities, have been vividly portrayed on the stage of the countryside by Mrs. Loan and classical drama lovers. Mrs. Loan and classical drama lovers in Truong Thanh commune in particular, and Yen Thanh district in general, silently maintain and dedicate themselves to preserving the cultural value of Tuong amidst the changes in today's social life.
Tuong is very challenging, so Mrs. Loan and I prepare very carefully for each performance, hoping for its success.
There was a time when the melodious voices of Tuong performances became an integral part of the daily life of the rice-growing people in Yen Thanh, in Nghệ An province. But now, Tuong performances are increasingly sparse in audience, especially among the younger generation. This situation has caused Mrs. Loan to worry and tirelessly seek ways to preserve Tuong.
The art of Tuong runs in my blood. I will continue to step onto the stage and train more young people to carry on the Tuong legacy.
Despite facing numerous difficulties and challenges, Mrs. Loan remains hopeful that Tuong will be revived, bringing new vitality so that the villages of Yen Thanh, in Nghệ An will continue to echo with the melodies of Tuong every night.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.